Hi, I'm JennayKloosterman and this is going to be my storyboard and visualization for GD301. Okay, so right off the bat you can see here are my storyboards. This selection of storyboards are actually more for the visuals of the game and less so for any technical environmentals. This kind of serves as not only story beats but also a way to kind of see how I would like the levels to feel before actually tackling them from a technical standpoint. This is just showing you how players will progress through the levels and how the levels themselves will transform or feel according to both the narrative and from the player's perspective. Taking that into consideration, I've since gone and created more technical drafts which showcase how traversal will work through the environment and how the player goes from point A to point B. Also, if there are any point C's, which could be little things hidden in the environments, or even different pathways in order to complete a puzzle. This being anything that utilizes the push and pull mechanics or any sorts of mechanic within the video game, and yeah, it just demonstrates that here. Next up is the visualization. This is for the main character, who's obviously the player character, taking inspiration from my initial concept, which you can see there on the right. I've created a more modern, more modern approach to the character design at the request of most of the lecturers, because the aesthetics of my previous or one of my other video games or game pitches was much preferred over this aesthetic, and I've since gone and taken that and shaped it and allowed it to make the concepts of this one. And then this is obviously the progression from the preferred style to what I had envisioned originally, to the first iteration, to the final iteration. Taking these character concepts, I have since sculpted the character in Blender. This is currently the full character, as you can see. So you can see elements of the hoodie and the pants, and even the Converse sneakers, and obviously the rabbit mask, which you can see here is you can see a better sculpt version of this right here. And as you can see, it is entirely a mask. And I've taken those high poly meshes or high poly sculpts and have since retopologized them. Obviously this is all my own work, and have since retopologized them and made them into a game ready character. And as you can see here, the mask actually lost a lot of detail, obviously as something does in the retopology, and obviously the bake will bring that back. So taking these low poly meshes, I have, well, not really low poly, but you know what I mean, lower poly meshes, and I have since implemented that into the game. So as you can see here, there is the player character that is fully operational within regards to the character controller that I had set up. Obviously this is rigged in Mixamo using Mixamo animations with some tweaks of my own, and it is works perfect. There is no tearing, there is no nothing, aside from a little bit of like mesh pinching, but that was because of an unseen issue that I've since fixed. And yeah, so this is what the character looks like in the game at the moment. And then taking that, so having seen the blank mesh, I've since begun texturing it, and as you can see here with the Converse sneakers, I've gone for a comic style approach, as was my original idea, original concept, to kind of have this be set in reality but also have like a more childish concept-y sketcheristic type of texturing here, which you can see on the concepts, or the Converse. And yeah, so you can see that there are harsh lines kind of indicative of where folds are and things like that, and that is attributed to the type of texture style I want to go for. So this has obviously been created in Substance Painter by myself. And then taking a step back into Unity, here are the shaders that I've implemented into the game, because I want a cell shaded style, and obviously cell shaded has to do with lighting more so than texturing. So I wanted it to have an almost like a rim light around the characters and things like that, without influencing the way the textures look. Unfortunately at the moment this is not exactly where I want it to be, as it influences the coloring of the textures a lot, and influences them quite a bit, but hopefully moving forward I'll be able to change that and iterate. This is obviously a first pass, but yeah, that's about everything that I have at the moment. Thank you for watching.